Alright, so welcome back to another ZPult unboxing. First, it's 9/9 today, so hopefully you guys have bought the right IEM or earbuds for you, or TWS. But now we're gonna look at the Tribit Flybuds one. So the Tribit before the X3 Tune is one of the better values for a wireless headphone that you can get. And they're now going to the TWS game with the Flybuds one. So we're gonna open it up and give you guys my initial impressions and how this sounds like. Right, so actually the box comes with your typical maybe Apple-esque kind of box, very minimal in terms of the design. Tribit Flybuds one, true wireless earbuds, and not a lot in the box as well, made in China. So opening it up, and actually the Tribit X3 Tune, I do like the overall sound in there, so I'm really excited about this one. It says Tribit Flybuds one, true wireless earbuds, and English user manual. And opening it up, and you're getting some additional stuff. You have 18-month replacement warranty and 30-day money-back guarantee. This is the TWS itself. Let's take a look at what you get in the box first. So you have a USB-C, which is something that you want to see in 2020. You're actually getting a wrist cord, which is cool. And you're actually getting also a nice selection of tips. Actually, one of the bigger selection of tips that I have seen for a TWS. You have your sporty tips and also silicone tips. So one of the better ones in terms of the number of tips that I have seen. And this is now the TWS itself. And right off the bat, this does feel really good, and definitely more upscale compared to your Halos of the world. So this is it's force right smack with the Hacky G1 Pro. This is the build quality, so definitely a notch up compared to maybe your KZS2 or your KZS1s of the world. So very nice feeling in this one. And also you have that strap at the side. And also in terms of the price, this is around 3,500 pesos, or around $60 to $70. So definitely more in the kind of medium price for a TWS. So it kind of shows in the overall build quality. I would say for the price, this is right there in terms of the overall build quality. You have Tribit logo in this one. You also are getting the charger in this one. It's also sealed, which is a good sign. You have that attention to detail. Look at that. You have the USB-C. Again, feels really good in this one. And at the other side, you do get some logo and information. And yeah, pretty minimalist in design overall. And you have that big Tribit logo at the top. So yes, let's open it up. Look at this, guys. That is quite a good look overall. So you have a minimalist kind of design. It's much like a Halo, but a more a flat head kind of Halo. And at the top side, you are getting pretty weighty cover and also magnet in terms of the opening and closing. So it feels premium overall for me in terms of the opening and closing, and the really thick plastic as well. So it feels really sturdy. And actually at the top side, it's more of like a rubber-esque kind of finish. It's not your plastic kind of finish. So this might even maybe survive some drops. That's the feeling that I'm getting from this one. It's kind of a silicone kind of feel. It's quite soft to the touch. So yeah, it's pretty premium feeling overall. And you have your battery indicator as well, and of course your TWS. And yeah, I can't get over the fact the feeling of the case itself. So this is your lobes itself, and you're getting that piano black at the side. Again, impressive kind of look in this one. They have attention to detail. You have R for the right and then L for the left, and it's quite light overall in terms of the weight in the hand. But it doesn't feel cheap for me because of that glass kind of finish at the side, but definitely more in the light side, of course, which is something that you want to see for a TWS. So this might be comfortable to wear on the ear. So it's also magnetic as well. So let's try to wear it on the ear and give you guys my impressions in how this wears. Alright, so on the ear, it's much like your Halo. It's pretty comfortable to wear on the ear. It's very light on the ear, and because of that in-ear kind of design, it does go inside your ear. So it's fairly stable, but this is not the most stable IEM or TWS that I have tried. So definitely your earbuds with some fins will be more stable compared to this one, but this is not so bad. I can maybe walk with no problems in this one, but I won't maybe do some extraneous activities like maybe running. This might be a stretch. If I want to do some running, I might get fins adapter or an accessory for this one to make it more stable on the ear. Isolation is also just average. It's not the best isolation that I have tried. But yes, overall, it's pretty comfortable on the ear. It's pretty standard shape overall, so I don't have any major issue in how this wears on the ear. So now let's pair it and give you guys my initial impressions in how this sounds like. Right, so it did pair pretty easily. So let's try to have a listen to maybe Beat It, Michael Jackson. Okay, so right off the bat, this is definitely more of a warm in-ear. This is very bassy. One of maybe the most bassy that I have heard for the TWS. Bass definitely goes deep and also elevated in the mix. It's very musical sounding and definitely a lively kind of listen. And definitely the bass impact is there. It's very much prominent in the mix. So while the vocals are not the thickest in the mix, so the voice is still pretty clear overall. Let's try another track. So yes, it's a very fun listen. So it's in the smooth side of presentation. So definitely more of a dynamic driver type of presentation. And again, the vocals in this track is still fairly revealing, but definitely is not the brightest that I've heard. So the extension on top is just alright, not the most extended on top. So this more of, again, more of a warm kind of tuning on the ear. Let's try another track. Let's try Sexual Healing, Marvin Gaye. And again, in this track, the bass is definitely prominent in the mix. There's not a lot of fatigue. It's not that aggressive sounding. So you can definitely listen to this for a long listening session. And again, more of a fun listen. Frankly, enjoying the listen, especially if you're into bass. This might be one of your top picks. But this is not your audiophile kind of listen for sure. This is more of a casual, fun kind of listening. But on top, it's not the most extended, but it's not lacking on top. It doesn't sound muffled, which is good. Let's try another track. Maybe some Get Lucky Daft Punk. So again, this is one of the most prominent basses that I've heard for this track. So yeah, for me, the bass is a bit too much. It kind of bleeds to the mids a little bit too much for me. But it's still pretty fun listen overall, especially if you're into bass. I'm pretty sure some people will just pick this up and just enjoy the sound. So for me, I may use this for some casual listening when I like bass in my life. So that's my initial listen on the Flybuds. So yes, pretty cool overall. So for me, frankly, in the audio world, I like that each product has a unique selling point, and this one really shines in the bass department. One of the most bassy TWS that I have heard, and I like that. I like that you have a unique selling point. So for those into bass, this is your pick. This is definitely the most bassy that I've heard, and definitely the most elevated bass as well. And yeah, for some people who's also looking for something to just have fun on, this can be also a good pick. Because it's a different IM maybe compared to your neutral or bright IM. So this is a bit different, and this might be a good addition to your kit. In terms of technicalities, of course, it's I would say not the best. So yes, that's my initial impressions on the Flybuds 1. Of course, if you want to get one, use my links down in the comments below, in the description below. And also thanks to Tribit for sending this over, and that's my unboxing. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpoltunboxing.